It is time for Charlie O'Connor's 3 stars of the game, leading off with star number 3.
All right, star number 3, I will go with Garnet Hathaway. I thought he had a really impactful game. He's noticeable pretty much every night, but I believe it was, I think it was JJ said that he had 8 hits in this one. That matches the eye test. He was kind of everywhere. It was nice to see him get rewarded with the goal. He doesn't have as many goals as I feel like he probably deserves this year, but really, he's the guy who sparks this comeback because Toronto was playing pretty well in the third period. It's not like they were giving the Flyers a lot. If you were going to score and turn this into a 1-goal game, you were going to probably need to score a goal like Garnet Hathaway did. Just a greasy goal, in close, getting a bounce, working hard. And that's what Hathaway did. And suddenly, Toronto started getting in their heads a little bit. You could tell they were a little panicky, thinking, oh God, are we going to blow this? Then they take a bad penalty, and the Flyers tie the game. That doesn't happen if Garnet Hathaway isn't being Garnet Hathaway this whole game and then gets the big goal that puts the Flyers right back in it. So I'm giving Garnet Hathaway my 3rd star as a result of that.
Are we at 200 hits yet with Hathaway?
He's got to be close.
Are we getting close to it?
Maybe after the audit, he gets like another 8 tonight. They double it. It was funny to hear Torts the other day talk about Hathaway and expected a little more offense, but yeah, he's been his comments about him were interesting because I felt the same way. And then I looked up his numbers. It's because he beats the Flyer. He had extraordinary numbers against the Flyers versus everyone else. That's why I expected more offense, but he has had an interesting season, and I think he could be maybe one of those playoff X factors, a guy who pops a little bit more once they get to the postseason. Hopefully we see that this year. Charlie, star number 2.
Star number 2, Travis Konechny. Look, he is the spark plug of this team. He is the energy guy. There's a reason why he got the A yesterday. He just is the Flyers' best player, and he's the guy who brings people into the fight. Today, he almost scores on that shorthanded goal right before Travis Sanheim is the one who actually puts it in. I believe he picked up an assist on that play. Yeah, he picked up a secondary on that play. Then he scores the big game-tying goal, comes through in a huge moment, gets the Flyers a much-needed point with that play. He was noticeable all game, which we're just getting used to. He now has 9 points in the 5 games since the break. He's been everywhere. He looks refreshed. He looks exactly like the guy who really from game 1 of the season has been impactful on a nightly basis, but has been their best player. Travis Konechny, 2nd star.
Now, this is, hotly anticipated. I have no idea how Charlie could possibly choose a 1st star of this game.
Well, Charlie goes
Who do you
spicy.
got at number 1?
Yeah, it's Austin Matthews. AM 34.
He could have been all 3.
All the goals. Look, Toronto, I don't think it was just him. Marner had a pretty good game, too. He did a lot of things. Nylander obviously scores the game winner. Toronto doesn't even come close to winning this game if Austin Matthews is on their team. He is the reason, more than anything else, by a lot, that Toronto beat the Flyers tonight. They had Austin Matthews. The Flyers didn't, and that's why Toronto won this game.
It hasn't been a recurring theme, but when the Flyers have lost to these sorts of teams, that's what stands out.
Yeah.
This is, they have that guy. And tonight, Toronto had that guy. Those are Charlie O'Connor's 3 stars.
We all silly like the mayor.